for the chapter Food, Where Does It Come From, class 6th. Today's topic is going to be animals and their food. What all foods are eaten by animals and how they serve as food sources to us, and what all basically we get from them. So in the first two topics of this chapter, we have been covering about food and food from plant sources. So just revising what we have done earlier, we have studied about food, how food serves as a source of energy to us, how it helps in repair and maintenance. Then we have studied about food from plant sources, how we get food from plants, and plant foods which provide us different types of components of food. After that, we also talked about the components of food. You know, the different components. We talked about carbohydrates, proteins, fats, minerals, vitamins, and we talked about the food sources from which we get those. For example, we have proteins which we are largely getting from milk, and which we are getting from eggs. So these are just some different sources of food that we are getting. Okay. Today's topic is to talk about animals, the food we get from animals. As we all know, we are all consuming a wide variety of animal food products also. So, the first topic of our discussion today is going to be honey. Honey, as we all know, we get from honeybees. Honeybee is an insect. You all must have seen honeybee around you. Unfortunately, it would have stung some of you. Yeah, so honeybees are insects which are involved in collecting honey. Honey is a food product which is extremely rich in sugars. Okay, so honey is one product from which we get a lot of, we say sweetness in our foods. So, how does a honeybee work basically? So, whenever a honeybee encounters a flower which is rich and fragrant and colorful, okay, so the flower always has to be like that. So, what will happen then? A honeybee is gonna come by, it's gonna sit on that flower, and it's going to suck a product known as a nectar. So, it's going to suck this nectar from the flowers. This nectar is later being taken up by the honeybees over to their hive. This is the beehive, and it is stored there as honey. So nectar is basically a very sweet and fragrant kind of a product which is taken up by bees, and they store it up inside their bodies and then go ahead and store it inside their hives. So this hive, which comprises of the collection from so many of the bees, this becomes like a house of honey. Any worker would then go over to the hive, they would just simply squeeze it by their hands and collect the product that we obtain in the market as honey. Honey is a very rich source of sugars which belong to the category of carbohydrates. As we have studied, carbohydrates are an extremely important components of our diet, right? They provide us with the largest amount of energy. Most commonly, we all consume maximum amount of carbohydrates in our diet, okay? So this is basically how honeybees work and how we get one of the most important and useful products of our lives, that is honey. Moving on with our discussion, I hope honey and honeybee is clear to everyone and how we obtain it. Moving forward with our discussion. So let's talk about some various, you can say just products that we are actually eating and we are getting from animals. For example, what are the products that we obtain from animals? We get milk. We get milk from cows. Milk is like one of the most important commodities in our daily lives. We get milk from cows. We drink it on a daily basis. It is a very good source of sugars, very good source of proteins for us. So nobody skips out on milk. This is like the most important part of your day. Other products, for example, we have eggs. Eggs we obtain from chicken. Eggs are one of the richest sources of protein. They are so rich in protein. Anybody whose body is actually deficient in proteins is first suggested to have an egg. Obviously, vegetarians will not go for it. So they would have some other sources. They would go to plant sources of proteins, but otherwise eggs are known to be one of the richest sources of proteins. Then we consume the meat of different animals. We consume the meats of chicken, we consume meat of goat, This is largely more relevant for the non-vegetarians, right? Again, meat is also a very important source of proteins, and it's very important for the different minerals. That is why people who usually consume non-veg generally do not face any deficiencies of any vitamins, of any proteins. They usually don't have it inside their bodies. So it's not just that we are getting food from plants. Fruit from animals is also a very big source of input in our daily lives. Okay, so these are just some food products that we are getting from animals. Apart from that, there are the next topic of our discussion in this particular subtopic is going to be the foods that are consumed by animals. That is what animals eat. So we also have to talk about that. Right. So now, why is this important? If we are supposed to get milk from cow, that cow needs to be well fed. Okay. Similarly, if we are going to get eggs from a hen, that hen needs to be well fed so that the products that we are getting from them are good enough. Apart from that, for their general growth also, like so that their species is continually maintained, they also need to obtain good quality of food. Just like us, we also need to provide them with all components of food are also important in their diet. So the proteins, fats, carbohydrates, they are not just important for humans, they are important for all animals. They need to be given all of those components. What are the components that we discussed? There were carbohydrates, fats, proteins, vitamins, minerals, and also one additional thing is roughage. Roughage is even greater component of the animal diet than the human diet, right? So we just have a table here to discuss about what are the foods which are consumed by different animals. We're just going to study it using this image. Here we have it. This is just giving us an idea of the foods which are consumed by different animals. So buffalo, what are we getting from buffalo? What are the food that is eaten by a buffalo? So a buffalo consumes grass, as we all know, and oil cake. Oil cake is a product which is rich in fats. Hay is what do we call it in Hindi? It's commonly bhusa, like that. So it's hay, and they have different types of grains that they are eating. Grains are a common diet of human beings also, so they also need some source of carbohydrates in their lives. These are the different food products being consumed by a buffalo. Then a cat does eat small animals. We've all seen Tom and Jerry. Basic reference. Tom runs after Jerry. He is always ready to eat him. Okay, so cats eat small animals like rats. This is like the most common example that we have been knowing about since our childhood. Cat is known to eat birds, probably dead birds. Okay, and cat consumes milk. Milk is one of the favorite products for a cat. So that rat eats grains. Rat eats fruits. These are the common products for a rat. Lion, as we know, clearly eats animals. We have seen probably on the Discovery Channel about a lion running after deers, running after goats, and killing them. Tiger also eats animals, just like a lion. They are members of the cat family, members of the same family, so they have same food choices. A spider eats insects. A house lizard also eats insects. Then after a cow has food habits very similar to a buffalo since they are the same species. They have haystacks, oil cakes, they have grasses, they have grains. We have all seen cows grazing over grass, right? So that is the most common products for them. Human beings eat everything. Human beings consume grains, fruits, vegetables, different animals, animal products. So there's more or less everything is consumed by human beings. Butterfly. Butterfly sucks the nectar of flowers, so they work just like honeybees. Only difference being that they are not responsible for making honey, but they also feed on the nectar of flowers. Now we have crows. Crows eats grains and small birds. So I'm not very sure, but some of you might have seen how crows collect over a dead bird, and they're usually picking over their bodies. So a crow can eat grains and can also eat some small birds. Finally, we have examples like housefly. Housefly, as you know, they sit on our food as well. So they're mostly consuming what we eat. and it's fruits, grain, vegetables. They are not eating other animals, but we have seen houseflies sitting over the dead bodies also. So they have varied sources of food. So this table discusses the different foods which are eaten by animal. This is just to give you an understanding of how different animals have such different wide varied feeding habits, right? After studying this, we would be clearly able to understand about the different food habits of animals and how different animals eat different types, classified into different types on the basis of the foods they eat. First class is the class of a herbivore. Now, what kinds of animals are herbivores? Herbivores are animals which directly feed on plant or plant products. That is, you could simply call them as largely being vegetarians. Okay, they feed on plant or plant products. Plant products being vegetables, fruits, anything which we are directly getting from plants. Or probably also nuts. So, a herbivore does not feed on another animal. A herbivore always feeds on plant and plant products. Okay, what examples do we know for here? For example, we know about a cow. A cow, as we all know, feeds on grass, it feeds on oil cake, just like a buffalo. Similarly, we have horses. Horse also feeds on either plants directly or different plant products. The second category of animals that we have is a carnivore. A carnivore is the complete opposite of a herbivore. It feeds only on animals. So it directly consumes other animals directly. We have seen them eating different animals. Example, I believe it's pretty clear. It's a lion, it's a tiger. This category is only for the animals that actually directly consume other animals. We have seen a lion eating a deer, a tiger eating a goat, so that is their common food product. The third category, the last one, is that of an omnivore. An omnivore is the one which is probably a mix of both of them. So, what is an omnivore? It feeds on plants, it feeds on plant products, it also feeds on animals. That is, it is a category which feeds on both the types of food, on the animal front also and on the plant front also. What example now do we see here? The biggest example here is a human. Us, some of us are non-vegetarians, so we are clearly omnivores. We eat animals also, we eat plants and plant products also, right? So omnivore, the greatest example, easiest example for us being a human being. Second example is a bear. A bear eats both the kinds of food products. So herbivore, carnivore and omnivore, these are the basically three categories in which we have classified organisms on the basis of the kind of food they eat. And we can have a discussion using a table about just understanding further examples about herbivores, carnivores and omnivores. So this table is to discuss about the examples of the three categories, and we can just have a small discussion on the basis of our knowledge of what food products are consumed by these organisms, as we have seen in our daily lives. Cow. We have all seen a cow eating grass. Everyone has seen a cow grazing in the fields. Similarly, a buffalo. A butterfly. As discussed above, a butterfly feeds on the nectar of flowers. We have seen, just like a honeybee, it feeds on nectar. Squirrel. Everyone has seen squirrel with a nut. So they eat the nuts from trees. They eat some sort of a little nut from trees. Rabbits. Rabbits also feed on grass. Rabbits are herbivores. They are cute little animals which we have seen feeding on grass here and there. If anyone has ever seen a rabbit, that is. Lion. Lion feeds on different animals. I'm just writing one example here, that's deer. Deer is the most common example. Cats. We have seen cats feeding on mice, multiple mice. Spiders, as discussed above in the table, spiders feeds on different insects. They eat insects. House lizards, similarly, we have seen in the above table that house lizards eat insects. Owl. Owl is known to eat some small dead organisms if ever available to it. So I'm just going to leave this one blank here because the list of the food items which owl consumes is wide, but we can see that it's clearly a carnivore. So it's eating some other animal. Dog. We have seen dogs eat a number of different animals, most prominent being cats. Rats. Rat is known to be an omnivore. Okay, some of the rats. In the above example, we studied about a rat to eat only grass. But a rat is also known to eat some dead organism. If an organism dies, we have always seen it feed on it. Similarly, dogs, not only they are just feeding on cats, they eat different food products. They could go for fruits from different trees. So whatever you feed to a dog, they usually just consume it. Human beings, pretty clear example, so gonna leave this one out. Crow, as discussed above, so a crow is not just feeding on dead organisms, as I told you. A crow is also known to feed on different types of nuts from trees, different types of fruits from trees. So they also have like a wide palate, and it's not that they're just simple carnivores. And dog, like we have covered in the above example, so I'm gonna leave this one out. This is table is here to just give you an idea of the different foods consumed and the different categories we are placing animals in. You could also add in more. You could just elongate the list, and that will just help you understanding the topic better. This is probably the easiest part of this chapter. I believe this is more to our liking, more to our reference, and I hope whatever we have done in today's class is pretty clear to everyone. So we talked about these three categories of animals. We have known about their examples. Okay, and then we also talked about honeybees, how they're obtaining their foods, how they are making food for us, and just some simple examples here in this chapter. I hope today's class was pretty clear to everyone, and find out more examples from your daily lives, and all the best everyone. Thank you.